Good morning.
Hi.
Sister Squared coming at you from the parking lot of
Happy
the
Soggy
Oaks.
Tuesday.
We decided that our topic today would be not falling into the fear that is surrounding this time. You know, there's a lot of people going, oh, I'm sick, or, you know, what if I get sick? And the fear that comes with that, you know, oh, I can't afford to lose time at my job. Well, that may be true, but you don't need to fall into it and bring it to you, right? Like the energy that you put out there is what comes back to you. So we thought that would be a good topic for right now, given the season and all the things that are coming to light around us in terms of like news things and just coming from a place of general fear about anything that could go wrong. And so we just...
Yeah, I was just going to say, but what about all the things that go right?
Yeah,
what could go right in your life?
Yeah.
Just imagine all the things that could go right.
You know, I was thinking about, do you remember when we used to play that game when Dad was sick? And, well, first it started during 2020 when we were in lockdown, and we would play a game called Silver Linings.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Silver Linings.
You would be on your way to work or whatever, and I'm like, but what's the silver lining? So we made a game out of it. Every day we would talk on her way to work.
Yeah.
And we would find the silver linings in our lives.
Yeah.
And we still did that.
Yep.
Even when our dad got sick and he was in the hospital and then he was in the rehab facility, and then when we brought him home, we were still playing that game.
Yeah.
And we still had to find silver linings in everything.
Yeah. You know, and actually, that just reminded me, my husband is a soccer coach, and he does, like, I think they call it rose and a thorn.
We did that at
Boy Scouts. Yeah. So finding the rose and the thorn in every situation, it's good practice.
It really is.
It's very good practice.
It really is. You know, like, the thing is, what does being healthy look like? What does staying healthy look like? What is it? What is that feeling that you want to feel? Like,
the more positive, more affirming. Yeah.
What's it like to be in a healthy body?
Strong body.
Imagine those things, you know, and every bite you take of your meal, be grateful for it, and, you know, thank the food you're eating. Like, thank it for the nourishment that it's providing for you. And, you know, we don't have to get swept up in that stuff.
Yeah, if you think something's bad for you, it is.
That's exactly
But if you
right.
don't believe that it is, then it isn't.
Right.
You know?
Your body hears everything that you tell it.
Yeah.
And so if you're feeding it positive energy, positive thoughts, and I'm not saying that there's not going to be times that you won't feel a certain way, but what's the silver lining?
Right. And I look at, you know, when you think about, you know, like, I don't know, a discomfort, right? And I think about pain. Right now, I have some pain going on in my body. We were actually just talking about it at breakfast here, lunch. And, you know, to me, pain is a gift because it lets me kind of take a peek at what might be behind it. So, and I kind of feel the same way about, you know, sicknesses and illnesses and things like that. We were talking about someone that I knew, I used to work with, who has a lot of ailments, just a ton of stuff. Well, you know, my personal opinion, this is just me, this is just what I think, is that she's got a lot of stuff, a lot of emotional and mental things that she has not dealt with. And so now she has all these ailments. And that's just what happens, that dis-ease gets stuck in the body. But it starts with mental and emotional stuff. And if you don't deal with your shit, people, you gotta deal with your shit. It lands and then it manifests into physical things. And, you know,
This is a message I've been preaching for a long time. If anybody knows me
Yep.
and sits with me long enough, it's something
hear it.
that I bring up often because I had to do it in my own body.
Same.
I've been off of thyroid medication for years. Years. I decided that I was taking my health back.
Yep.
I decided that I knew what was best for my body. We have an innate intelligence that is connected to our higher selves.
Yep.
And when we tap into that innate, it functions directly within our body. We get to tell our body what it is that we want, and that innate will respond appropriately.
Yeah.
You know, I am healthy. I am in good spirits. I am well in all ways, always. And my body responds, like in kind. So I think there's a lot to be said for that. I've had multiple conversations with people recently about their ailments, how connected to your diagnosis are you.
Yeah.
We like the easy way. We like pills, and I'm not saying this to make anybody wrong or bad, because sometimes it's just easier to look at that, and you may not have the space to deal with the other stuff.
Right.
But it's not nearly as troublesome or heavy as we think it is.
I think you just have to be ready to deal with it too.
You do. You
know?
definitely
like,
do.
You can't just jump into it if you're really not ready to do that.
I have been working with people, like I created my ideal client. Somebody who is ready to put the time and the effort in. And if you're just looking for me to give you the answers, I can do that, but you may not benefit from it.
Right.
You have to be ready. You have to be willing. And you have to truly believe that you're worth it and that you deserve that.
Yep.
Like,
you have to participate in your own healing. You have to be a really active participant in it. You know, I know anytime I go to like my massage person, or anything really, whether it's my dentist or whatever, you know, reflexologist, whatever, it doesn't matter. I am there as an active, I mean, obviously it's very important to me, and I'm a willing, active participant in the process of healing.
Yeah.
We know our bodies have the ability, the self-healing ability. We've just, you know, so many people have gotten so far away from being able to be in tune with their bodies and to hear what it's saying. And, you know, I've heard the phrase, you know, listen to your body when it whispers to you so you don't have to hear it scream. And it will get your attention. There have been people who have had, and they tell you afterwards, they tell you, I saw the signs, I saw the symptoms, and then all of a sudden they're flat on their back in the hospital and they're like, I knew this was coming. You know what I mean? It didn't really come as a surprise, but they thought they could just power through. They thought they could, you know, but you have to take that look, that deep dive and take a look.
It was make the time before you're forced to take the time.
Yeah,
right?
that's another one. That's a good one.
That was one of the first ones that resonated with me, because I was like, I can remember that. That's simple. I can remember that.
Yeah.
Make the time before you're forced to take the time.
Yeah.
So, actually, that's being an active participant in our care is what kept her from a root canal and me from having the wrong tooth crown.
We had some tooth stuff happening there for a minute.
Well, and that boils down to decisions, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Teeth are usually representative of decisions we have to make. And depending on what side they're on, you have your masculine side and your feminine side. So where's that decision coming from? So if you want some hints on what you might be dealing with, ask questions.
Yeah.
We have a comment section.
Yeah.
What feels off to you?
Let's talk about it.
Let's try to get up underneath it and help you. Like, you may not need us to do anything for you other than point the direction. We'll go that way.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my knee, but you know, what's behind that pain, and I have some ideas.
We've gotten close.
But,
I think that we're in the ballpark.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? And I rub my knee and I go, what are you trying to tell me? Tell me what you need.
I'll
dig into it.
I really do think that we're in the ballpark.
Yeah, I do too.
Masculine side.
Yeah.
Knee is a lot of times planting a foot.
Right.
Where we want to stay in control of a situation, or we're not ready to move just yet. And a lot of times that's, you know, you plant your power foot, which would be your masculine side, right? And the knee is usually the one that takes the brunt of things. That's where we get a lot of knee pain. You know, there's a lot of people with hip, knee, ankle, foot, like, and that has to do with planting. And it's, you know, that's the root chakra. So it usually has to do with finances, security, you know, things of that nature. So that sometimes is a hint.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of different ways that we could, well, we may have gotten a little off topic. I do like to go off-roading. I don't know if anybody's noticed.
Come with us.
I put it in 4-wheel drive and we just go. Put it on auto. But yeah, the topic was fear and not falling into that patterned response, you know, that you hear from other countries going through things, or people going, everybody's so crazy right now, everybody's so shitty to each other. But it's not true. It's not really true. I know there's a lot of people, like, let's say that the person in front of you didn't hold the door for you. That doesn't mean that they even knew you were there.
Right.
We get so wrapped up in our own thoughts that sometimes we're totally oblivious to the situational awareness. You know, we don't have it.
Yeah.
We don't have it to give. We're already at capacity with our own stuff and muddling through. I remember Dad and I used to have a talk, and you know, he's like, when I drive, I don't even turn the radio on. He goes, I'm in my head solving the problems of the world. That doesn't mean he didn't just cut 12 people off. He wasn't an asshole. He was just in his head. So I think there's a lot to be said for that too.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
Situational oblivious.
Yeah.
You know. And I think that predominantly people are good. Like, it's like when we have a snowstorm in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
The way everybody bands together and takes care of each other and medical needs and food and making sure people are shoveled out. We work together.
We do. That brings out the best.
The thing is, because there is no other situation except the one that's in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, what else is there?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So it gives you an opportunity to look out for other people. And so I think that we shouldn't have to wait for, you know, something big and crazy to happen.
No. Agreed. Yeah, for sure.
I just ran into a girl when I was leaving the tea party on Saturday. I stopped to get a coffee, and the girl behind the microphone was a little short with me. So instead of meeting her with that same animosity, I drove up to the window and I said, "Are you okay, honey?" And she's like, "I've been here for over 12 hours. She goes, "I didn't get any breaks." And I said, "Can I have your hand?" And she handed her hand out the window, and I put it in both of mine, and I surrounded her in love and light. And I just breathed light and love into her. And she goes, "You're gonna make me cry, lady. Do you want a donut or something?" And I said, "No, honey, I just want you to be okay."
Yeah.
I said, "I want you to know that you're loved." Like, I could have met her with the same animosity or hostility that she had when she was coming through that microphone, but I knew there was more to it. I knew there was more to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't to get a donut.
No.
That never crossed my mind, but now that I know about that, I'm going to go around holding hands with all the people at the
All the
window.
people. I love that. We ran into someone, I think it was Megan and I, we were at Wegmans and we ran into a cashier and he just, I was dancing in the checkout line because I do that. And he met me with the same energy. I love that so much. I love that so much. He was just so fun. It made my day.
Yeah, I love that too.
I love that.
And the thing is, there are people that want to do what you're doing. Don't be afraid to be silly.
Don't be.
Don't be afraid to be joyful. Like, I walk around and sometimes I'm just so giddy. Like, I just want to share that. Like, I want to share that giddiness with people. And some people can match me and meet me there.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
Yeah.
You just like, boop, 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 boop. And they're like, bing! That's so fun.
It is fun.
Like, that's the best part of my day.
Yeah.
Is, when we get to break out and dance or song.
Or stick googly eyes on everything in the house and wait for people to notice. That's fun too.
Yeah.
My daughter Megan and I did that yesterday. We got googly eyes from the dollar store and we stuck it on everything in our house. It was hilarious. We laughed so hard.
It was the apple in the crisper looking out that got me. Like, that was the funniest one. Well, the deodorant was pretty funny too. But, like, it's simple things like that. We don't have to do anything over the top. It's just that laughter is the best medicine.
It really is. Raises the vibration so much.
It really does.
And you just feel good.
It really does.
A nice belly laugh. That keeps the doctor away.
For sure. For sure. The thing is, and I don't laugh at other people's shortcomings.
Oh, gosh.
Or I don't laugh at other people's misery or their pain or, somebody makes a mistake. Unless they're laughing too. I mean, I don't find humor in other people's suffering or misfortune.
No.
But I do find humor in my own ridiculousness.
Same.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great because I'm so human.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're in these human bodies and, like, they leak.
Mm-hmm.
They do funny stuff. Like,
They do.
okay, we're all in the same place. We're all borrowing these bodies and these meat suits. And they do things sometimes involuntarily.
Seems.
And it can be funny.
It can be.
It can be funny. We're all human. We're all like in the same place. There's not one person that can't say, oh my God, I've definitely peed my pants a little.
Well, yeah.
That's all right.
Right.
Just about any woman that's on our page.
The peeing.
The leaking.
The leaking.
Whether it's from your eyes or drooling.
I bought a rebounder.
There's a leak just waiting to happen.
It is. It is.
That's fun.
It's fun though. Everybody likes the rebounder.
Yeah, even Murphy.
Yes.
But today was just a reminder. Try not to get swept up in the fear that's going on in the world.
Oh, we're here.
Try to be the light.
Mm-hmm.
Try to find the silver lining in things. Because things are not predominantly all bad.
Mm-mm.
Like, even in 2020, we would get together and we would have truck coffee at the park. We'd go to the soccer complex. And yes, we were 6 feet away from each other, but we were just enjoying each other's company because it beat the hell out of talking on the phone.
Well.
And it was nice to just, the weather was starting to lighten up a little. Like, sometimes it was not so light.
Until we decided we were going to start hugging again because we felt like that was more important than not.
Agreed.
So, and We didn't get sick from like
Nope.
that. Just did not happen.
No.
You know, so
It was
we're
the
gonna keep
huggers that
hugging.
stayed healthy.
I think so.
I
I mean,
agree.
that's at least the ones I knew that I was
Yeah.
hugging. I'm a hugger. I will.
Me too.
I love that. That's my favorite.
That's
of
one
my
of the
favorites.
things people love about me
Same.
is that I give a good hug
I do too.
because I put my heart right into it,
Yeah.
and that's
Yep.
it's meaningful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very important. Talk about healing hugs.
Yeah,
Healing hugs.
but we just wanted to let you guys know that we love you
We love
and
you.
that we hope that you stay shiny side up today.
Yeah.
Many blessings and much love to you.
Mwah.
Have a great day.